Hey y'all, Kevin here, and this is Purereviews, where I review all kinds of products. So if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you find this particular video helpful or useful, be sure to hit that like button. Maybe leave a comment saying thanks. It really helps out the channel a ton, and I greatly appreciate it. So today's product is available on Amazon, and I've included a link in the description that will take you to the product page. You can see the current price point, see if it's on sale, all that lovely information. But what is it? So today's product is a dash cam by a company called Prilotte. This is the box that's going to come in once you order it. And then once you open it up, you're of course going to get a user manual that tells you all the features. A lot of that stuff we're going to cover right now. You are going to get a 32 gigabyte micro SD card that is included to record the footage. You will get a nice long cable here for a back rear view camera. So you can run this along the top of above your doors and everything through your car to the back window if you wish, or you can run it along the lower, and if you want to actually put an opening into your car, you can actually have this sticking out by the license plate. So it gives you the options on how you want to utilize this, and then it plugs into the camera, the dash camera itself. You are just going to get the way you power it. As you can see, this has a nice long cable also. A USB Type-C on the one end to plug into the camera, and then this plugs into your cigarette lighter in your car. Now, you can run this up along the window and down, so that way it conceals the wire if you so choose to do that itself. You get the mounting gear for the rear camera, so this is a sticky pad if you want to use that, and then there's some screws here if you're going to attach it that way. Now, this little device here is how you're going to attach the camera itself to your front window. It has just a sticky pad, just remove that. And then this piece right here is adjustable, so that way you can angle the camera however you need. And that's going to hook through right here in this guy like that, so it just attaches like so. So now here is the camera itself. So it's a nice little compact dash cam here. As you can see, on the top is where you will plug in the power. Right there is where you're going to plug in the rear camera if you wish. On the side here, that is where you're going to slide in the micro SD card. All the controls are right down here on the bottom, which makes it easy. So once it's mounted up high, you can easily access the controls, which is really, really nice. Now you have here, this is kind of a clever little thing. This is a third camera, if you will, and it's going to be looking at the back of you while you're driving. So this is looking at the interior cab. So with this camera, you can have one facing forward, you can have one looking at the interior, and then of course, if you use this one, you can have it looking at the rear of your car. So you get full coverage with this camera. And as you can see, it is on a pivot here. So it does angle, so that way you can capture the views that you need if you need to raise it or lower it. Now, while we show you some footage of the various cameras and how they look, let's go over and cover a lot of the features. So first off, right off the bat, the main camera itself, the one facing forward, is a 1080p camera with a 70-degree angled wide angle. So you're really going to be able to see out that front windshield. As far as the camera that is facing towards you on the inside, that has 150 degrees, and it is also a 1080p camera. The back camera that you have in the back of your car or in the trunk or in the license plate area, that has 160 degree viewpoint and is also a 1080p camera. Now this device does have geosensing with emergency lock. So what is that? If the geosensing is basically if you get hit in an accident or something like that, the footage that's recording will be locked, so that way it will not be deleted. It goes into a separate little folder and it will not be erased. And the reason that is because this camera has what's called loop recording. So essentially it'll just keep recording, and then once it runs out of room, it'll go back to the beginning and continue to record. So that way you're not having to worry about taking out your SD card, reformatting it, deleting the footage. It will just erase over itself, but if it detects an incident, then it's going to lock that footage for you. So eventually you may need to go in there and clean out the lock footage, but you'll have several months before you have to do something like that. As far as another feature, it does have continuous parking monitoring. So while you are parked, if all of a sudden somebody hits your car or your car moves, the camera will activate and record the surroundings. So basically, if you get hit in the parking lot and you're not there and they run off, your camera will turn on and hopefully capture the license plate and all that information that you may need. It does have a WDR night vision for low light. So if you are driving around, this is what you're going to see, this night vision that it has. And it also has, for the inside, it does have some infrared lights that help see in the dark, which is really, really nice. Now, as far as the screen, that does obviously turn off, and you have a lot of various settings that you can control through that. But the screen itself is 2 inches wide. But like I said, you're not really, at least I don't really use the screen. Once I get my settings how I want it, I leave it there. And then if I ever need to review the footage, I personally just take out the SD card and chuck that on my computer. Overall, that is the ins and outs of this little compact, nice dash cam. So if you are in the market for a dash cam, especially one that has multiple cameras that connect multiple angles in your car, I think this one is totally worth checking out. If there's something that I didn't cover that you're curious about, feel free to hit me up in the comment section. I do typically respond to those. And that is it until the next video. You guys take it easy. Later. Congrats, you made it to the end of the video. Thank you very much. Greatly appreciated for the support. Be sure to hit that like button on the video. It really, really does help out. And if you have not subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell if you want to get notified when new videos come out on this channel.